Hello, I'm Leanne May Bennett, Lamb for short. You're watching Lamb's Take, an arts and industry focused chat through the lens of the actor's craft. This is about my third take doing that. I'm just going to roll with this one. I can't speak today. Good start. Anyway, I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to ask you the question. Do you think or do you believe that it is the actor's job to be lusted for and objectified? What do you reckon? Guess what I think? Let me tell you where that's come from. You probably saw it yourself doing the rounds. It was an article in The Guardian and it was written by Suzanne Moore. And basically, it's an opinion piece. So it's just one person's opinion. It's one person's opinion. So, and she's got a platform. I think she writes quite good stuff. This article I was not on board with at all. It was a response piece to Richard Madden, the actor from The Bodyguard hit show, speaking out about the fact that he questions whether or not some of the body pressures that obviously himself, but a lot of actors are, particularly male actors, I guess in this case, are under pressure to look a certain way, right? And he worries about participating in that sort of objectification process, right? And so the journalist who wrote this article is of the opinion that women have been dealing with this for years and so men can just suck it up, which I just think is really regressive. It's not helpful. Thank you. No, just because women have been having to put up with it for years, which is valid, it doesn't mean it's okay. I worry for my little brothers, the way that they see themselves in today's world, social media, and the fact that there is higher rates of suicide amongst young men. I worry about them just as much as I do about my sister in terms of body image pressures. Not saying you need a brother or sister or a mother or a father or whatever to be able to empathise with other humans or, just be a decent human being. But, I think it's valid, yeah? Let me pause one sec. Yes, secondly, she said, this article, so ignorant, so badly written as well. I was like, what is she saying? Like, I wasn't sure, I guess. But one of the things that she said was, it's come back to me. What she said was that actors moaning about the pressures on how they look is the same about her moaning about the fact that she has to write sentences. No, there's my point of view on that. Just no. I mean, the looks and stuff, and I've talked about it before in another episode, haven't I? I think it was maybe number 26. I might be wrong. There's definitely something to that. Of course there is. So we're always being told that you've got to have a certain look, whatever that means. But that's not all the actor's job is. It's not the equivalent of a journalist whose job is to write. Is not the same as them having to write sentences. Do you know what I mean? So, someone who practices their craft a lot, they're going to get precious about that kind of thing. So I was a little bit, what would the word be? Triggered? I mean, I don't want to use that word lightly, but yeah, I was a bit. Just the overall tone to the article, that whole shutdown attitude it had towards an actor expressing their opinion, which they are allowed to do, especially about an industry that they're part of, and they're calling out a toxic industry at that. Why is it only certain body types are acceptable? I think it's such a shame. And I mean, can I go into it? I will. Basically, there is a girl I can't remember her name, it's really bad for me, but I'll link it below. It was an interview, it was on This Morning, and it was about the hashtag saggy boobs matter. I don't know if you've seen that about, but she started it because she's got saggy boobs, but she's learned to love herself all the way through growing up. She thought she was going to go get surgery, and then when she came of age, she actually realised in herself that her, you know, as much as everyone has agency over their own bodies, of course, it's you know, it's an individual's choice. She realised in herself that going to get surgery was a shortcut to accepting herself, to self-love, and she realised that self-love is a state of mind, and that's what the Saggy Boobs Matter movement is all about. And I just think, what an amazing thing. And isn't it a shame that maybe only a certain type of perky boob is the accepted thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, how much beauty might be in abundance around us if only we just opened our mind a little. How much could we potentially love ourselves if we just opened our mind a little? And then I think it's like Richard Madden, he knows that, he's socially conscious, he's an actor, right? So, you know, he's aware, and because actors are, not saying that actors are saints or anything like that, but you know, but it's that it is an actor's struggle where you're having to conform to something that you don't necessarily agree with, and that's an ongoing conversation, because I know that this is getting on a bit now in time. So that's the conversation that I'm going with over the next couple of weeks. I've got a lot more thoughts on just the fact those actors expressing opinions. I've got my own take on that, of course, especially as I've set up a YouTube channel where I'm an actor, basically railing off my own opinions. And it's been a worry recently where I'm like, could I jeopardise my acting career by doing this? So let's talk about it, but I'll leave that there because I could ramble more. So I'll let you go. Have a lovely week, and connect me on the socials at lambs_take. That's Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.